Thomas J. Wingate was many things. What he was not was a bigot. It's always been important to me, as long as I've known myself, to make sure that people know that I'm not a bigot. Because my dad was not a bigot, even though some people in my family were. I don't want to name too many names. A lot of people using the N-word, derogatory terms for people like me who were, Polish. And people who were hunkies like, my father's mother. It's just something I never got into. And I believe it was because my dad was not a bigot. Maybe he learned this in prison. So seeing him in comparison to some of the people in my family who shall remain nameless, who were severe bigots, taught me a lesson. And part of me, very strong part of me, is invested in making sure that people know that I'm not a bigot. No doubt this has caused some awkward situations where I probably just should have kept my mouth shut. But I think it's also, I hope, reached out to people who maybe would just have assumed that I'm a bigot simply because I'm a white male. This is particularly true with black people because I think that's probably how my dad became a non-bigot, probably being in prison with black men. He came out with enough respect for Malcolm X to put a poster of Malcolm X on his office wall. He also used to piss off my brother Mike no end by saying, "Hey, you got black blood." It would piss Mike off. He also would say something about Mike's lips. Got black lips. I know that Mike was kind of a bigot. There was a legend in my junior high school in New Jersey that Mike had claimed he could pick a Jew out of a lineup. And I was told this by Vincent Sadowski, my 7th or 8th grade history teacher. That's what he said to me on day 1 of his class. "Oh, Wingate. Well, let me tell you what your brother did." I cannot stand it when people think I'm a bigot just because I'm white. I also can't stand it when people dislike me because I'm white. In any case, not being a bigot is to me one of my father's big gifts, because he could very easily have gone the other way. I mean, the man had a lot of hate, and he wasn't that well educated, and a lot of poorly educated people with hate turn that toward people with other kinds of skin than themselves. And my father didn't. And I can encounter the world without immediately having to figure out, oh, okay, here's this person's skin, how am I supposed to feel about them? So even though most of the opening of myself culturally happened later on in my life, I'm grateful to my dad for opening me to the idea that people with different skins are just people with different skins. So thanks, Dad. Way to go.